So, inside houses, whether damp or not, I think it's a very good investment to get some of these. Now, there are many different varieties out there, from the compressor version, dehumidifier, and a non-compressor version, which this one is very good. I'm not gonna lie, this one is pretty good. It's a little small for the job I really needed it for, to be honest. What's this make? This is from Bayer, I think it is called, or I can't really say that. You can get it on there. There you are. This one is not bad. Not bad at all. I don't want to open this one because I don't think I did open this. Yeah, I did. This one was a little bit too small for the job I needed, but even still, oh, might be making a video of ARSA on that. If you like tape noises. Now, this one I feel that I'm going to send it back for a variety of reasons, because I think it's too small to do the job I need it for. Although it is very good, and I like the concept of this one. It much reminds me of the Eco Dryer concept. And it's really good because they do support, so they say, they support these.
Yeah.
Well, this is your little, this is one particular one. I'm going to put it on the floor and lift it out because I don't want to drop it. Nice and small, yeah, but it does have a whopping big water tank on it. I mean, that is awesome. It's good quality. It's not going to perish in any time soon. It stops by using magnet. Not bad, so it automatically stops. No drainage hole for this one, so you have to rely on the butt. It's not bad. It could do with it being a little bit better, to be honest. If you see in there, there's no compressor. Yeah, do you see there's a grill in there and a grill in the top there?
Yeah, on the top, yes.
It lights up beautifully, it works as you want it to, but the only thing is I feel that this is not suffice for the job I need it for. But it does state to go inside a wardrobe or different things like that. It is interesting, this one, it's very quiet, but the thing that lets this one down is I can see a potential for a problem in the future. With constant use of this, the fans are going to get blocked up. Because there is no shield.
No covering, yeah, I see.
So all of the dust and debris is going to get in there and it's going to fill up on most of this. And it's going to end up running away. So but other than that, it is a good little product. And perhaps you, the user, if you buy one of these, get some sort of dust. I mean, they're not exactly fail-safe. Even with them, you still get dust go through, but it's not as much if you maintain proper cleaning on them. So, I think to the company, perhaps if you were going to think about it and take this as some good advice, would be to have some sort of little mechanism in there where we can slide in something, a dust screen in there, and the user can clean it out. This one is rated power as 60 watts. It's not bad, but like I say, its efficiency is 120 milliliters a day. Although others on the review say they get more than that, that this thing just keeps going and going, which is great. It's low on wattage, but it's not right for the purpose that I need it for. So this one's going to have to go back, unfortunately, but not because it's a bad product. Far from it. It has a few flaws, but other than that, it's just a vent. You can buy these separately and put those on yourself. And yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. It's well boxed well and everything else. So this one has to go back, unfortunately, because it's just, as I say, it's not right for the job I need it for. It might be good for a shoe cupboard or something like that, where you put your shoes in and different stuff like that. But anyway, this is the beast. These are the beasts. Now we already got two of these ones anyway, and this is another two. But inside a house, especially where you've got northern-facing property, one side of your house is likely to be susceptible to moisture a lot more than the other side of your house. And as a landlord has an obligation to remove any excessive mold and damp, you, the tenant, also have your bit to play in this by getting some of these, and they're not particularly expensive. This one was 100 and something. There was one that was a bit more, 150. The one I got through there was, I think it was around 160, something like that. This one was around £50. So not bad for 50 quid. That is a pretty good, just not for the job. Now this one is using a compressor. Much like you have in a fridge somewhere. Now if I can slide this off without tearing it too much. Oh, and this one does have separate drainage, much like the other. And I got another one that's like donkey's years old, so these make a great sound. And I can trust I can do it. I'll cup it. Interesting. I like that sound. Reminds me of my twin sister. So, this one does have a case on it, it appears.
Yeah.
So, it's got a dust cap on it. Let's have a look. It's pretty much the same as the other one. Now, with this one, I know the wattage is going to be slightly higher. Actually, an awful lot higher than the 60 watts. It's going to be a bit more. Probably not that much more. I can't see what it is. 185 watts. That's about the same as the other. I think the other one might be a little bit more hungry on the energy than this one. Still just as good. So, this one is pretty smart, actually. So you do have a dust screen on this one.
Yeah.
And it's compressor. I like these ones a lot. They work really well. There you are. That is not bad at all. I like the fan. This is a good fan. You can see it from the top, so it blows upwards. Do you see all that in there? Very nice. Nice display as well. Oh, good buttons. Great. And there's the front. That is beautiful. Now, where's the water tank? I imagine it's this one.
There, here. At the back.
Okay, so for visual looks on this one, it is absolutely stunning. Quite a lot, to be honest. I like it. So, my first impressions on it are very good. So, yeah, but getting to it, let's have a look at the butt, see how that is. I want to send it sailing across the floor. It's got a plug in there, so it's quite small, but there again, it gives you the option to drain these, which is also very good. You'll be forever emptying it, but this one I like because it gives you a window into it. It has got a nice long cable.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me. Good water butt, don't want that stuff in there. Again, magnetic stop. So when it gets full, it's not going to overflow anywhere. Unless you've got the pipe in. Then that will just keep on going quite nicely, which is probably best to get them plumbed in. I think they go in the top of it and then it comes out where the plug socket was. Yeah, there you are. You plug it onto this bit here. And then you can put the casing back on, that's what that slit is for in there. And then you can plumb it in.
Yeah.
And it's great because this one's at the back, and there's your nice front. It's probably best to get these plumbed in, but I think you need to get it done by a professional because the plug will need to be done in a different way. You don't want to have plug sockets in your bathroom, but a skilled electrician should be able to crimp the wire off there, remove the plug, and if you've got a little socket box, not your light switch, but I think that most people have a slight heater or a towel rail in their bathrooms, and someone that's skilled with an electrician would be able to put this into that so that they can crimp the wire and put it in so that there's no socket. I don't know if it'll be done in a way where it makes it so that if it gets tugged or anything, because electrocution in a bathroom is not great, to be honest, so this thing will need to be put in a place where it's out the way of any water that can get in there. Again, one that's got the top vent might not be a great idea in a bathroom, but even still, there definitely needs one for a bathroom. I think putting them up on a wall. There again, and then it can act as getting off the... As much as these are great, they have their flaws. When they block up with dust, and they're not maintained very well, even if I were to clean all of that out, take that off, take the motor, not the motor, just the fan blade out and clean that as well, the dust goes all the way up the pipe.
Yeah.
And it starts to clog, and then you've got a cap on it, like a chimney cap, if you like, to stop water from coming in, which is logical, but that only gives a sort of rim for the air to get out, and with there being no dust mechanism much like this on here,
Yeah.
I think this is a good invention of Saffron. This is not bad, but it needs some sort of dust protector over the top there so that you can just take that down, dust it off, and it stops all the dust from getting in the pipe. Or an easy clean out through the pipes. Because even these are not be all and end all of everything. Dust can still make its way, especially the finer stuff, can still make its way through these. Because you've got to allow the air to get through, so you're going to have some. But it just reduces it. Saves the old days of opening up the product and getting a hoover and paintbrush in there to remove it. But yeah, this looks so good so far. I like it a lot. I don't want to have this bit on just yet. But yeah, if it was put into your bathroom, as I say, that can be plumbed in. I think build them into a wall would probably be better, so that they're up and they're out the way, and they can get on and do their little thing. And it can be automatic as well. Much like these fans are automatic. When they start detecting moisture, they then begin to increase in their speed automatically, which is wonderful. These are a bit hungrier on the energy, so we've got something going on underneath the house. I'm not sure what it is, but even still, one that we've got running just is not enough. It's just filling up as quick as I can empty it, and whew, what a mission. Now, we're going to go a few more to add to it, and then the other one is filling up pretty quick, and yeah, going to be running from one to the other, emptying all of these out. But what I was saying was, so if you've got all of the house in your house, you've got the north side, and you have one of these running on automatic in your kitchen, say, because it's northern facing, and you've got a bathroom that's on the north. I just wonder in Britain whether new planning developments should have bathrooms be built on the north side of the house, or should they be most where the sun's trajectory follows, because this will help to dry out. Most bathrooms that I've come across in this country are usually, or with the exception of Gryffindor, have the bathrooms on the north side. And this is going to be prone to mould and damp. A lot more than a house that's got a bathroom, say, on the opposite side of the house, east. Yes, or the west, or let's say the south facing. These ones are going to be less likely to have damp. But if you do, this can be your answer, your little ticket out of here. So, again, they don't do great for leaks, to be honest, so you need to get the problem sorted, and if you find something where these are filling up and they don't start to subside after a while, then call out your housing association to come and do a thorough check round to make sure that there isn't a water main problem, a toilet issue, perhaps your plug in your bath is leaking underneath the bath, because we silicone it, don't we? We all silicone out all the bath panels and everything. If it leaks behind there, it's going to be a while before you find out about it, because you'll have to be looking for blistering signs and different things like that. And even then, you might not know it's happening depending on the way the floor is situated, and nor does your housing association know that, or private landlord, unless they actually physically look under it. So yeah, I just think that having one of these in every room will probably be pretty good, and they'll say, oh, but you might have too much of a good thing, you know, you might drain out too much moisture or different things like that. I don't know, I've been living beside these for a number of years, and I'm not a doctor to say this, but I have a lot of allergies. I did in the beginning, right, a lot of allergies, and kind of was more susceptible to getting ill. I'm on inhalers and different things like that. And I found that these were beneficial, as opposed to being detrimental. I found them more beneficial, especially to my health. Now, I'm just talking personally, so that might not be, everybody might not fit in that. And I'm not a doctor, so I can't really say for sure, if you get what I mean. I want to try it and see. Oh, that's nice. So when I first turned it on then, you get a nice beautiful light come up on the front. I don't think it'll do it again because it might.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then we'll turn that one on. That's gentle, I think. Nope, that's full speed. There we are. Ooh. Oh, that's some flow going through there. That is very nice.
Yeah, and light is red now.
Set humidity mode, night mode, cooking mode. I think this one would be, because it looks like there's steam out of a pot on here.
Yeah.
You've got fast speed and you've got a lower speed. You've got a timer. You can lock it so it stops the kids from messing around with it unless they understand what a lock is. What's that one? That one's if you're cooking, I think. It looks like a pot with steam coming out of it. So I'm going to assume if you're cooking, you want to hit this one on. Nice. And then what's that one? Night mode.
Looks good.
Ah, I see. It changed the... Yeah, I see that. And it slowed down as well. So there you are. It's kind of night mode. And then that's off. And then that's set humidity. I guess that's what I can do. Oh, I see. Very nice.
So you can set humidity for yourself with this one?
It's based on your needs. Really, I run these until... I run them all on constant. This is what I've done in other properties. And then I wait for them to start dropping off. Usually it takes about 3 months for me personally, just with 2 of them. They start to extract all of the water, and I'm emptying it quite regular. And then after 3 months, it stops. And then over a course of a week, and then I can have it on automatic, which is much more better for the energy bill. It then subsides, and then your general cooking and your shower, or you have a bath, it then takes care of all of that. So that's usually with 2. But yeah, I just think these are a very good thing. I've made these in a lot of different ways. I've tested these beyond the limits of what I guess they should be tested at, and I've just found them very good. So before the papers released this sort of, I don't know, the papers released some information, but I was making a model of something behind closed doors, and then all of a sudden the paper started releasing this certain information that, I don't know, it just felt like it kind of disheartened me a little bit in certain things, but, oh well, whether that's negative or not, I don't know, but yeah, so I have really had a lot of tests with these things, so I don't know why it's turned off. I wonder if it's because of the set humidity sort of setting on here. Or did I hit the off button? I may well have done. Nope, it cut out. I'm not really sure why you've gone off.
The green light is on in front.
There's not a button there. Did I knock something out? What did I do? I don't know, it's just turned off. You see, I prefer these to work constantly for me and not turn off like that. I don't mind an automatic mode as long as I can override it. So I might set it in this mode, see what happens. Is it going to fire back up again? Yeah, there we go. So I guess that one's more constant then. Set humidity is probably a bit more automatic, I think. I don't know. I haven't read through the instructions on that just yet. There we are, it's fired back up again now. You see, I'm going to need one of these to run quite a lot, like I say, a lot of mold here and different things like that. And what probably doesn't help it is it's north facing one side, south facing the other. So you get the best of both worlds, I guess, in a way. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you updated on this one and how it goes. But yeah, I think you as a tenant, you should do more and help your house, because in the long run of you doing that, and sure, it's an investment, I'm going to say that, but your health is far more important than, you know, allowing some mold and have some inconveniences and infections and different things. Because the immune system is just going to, it's going to be bombarded constantly trying to fight this off. Then, you know, you go out and someone sneezes near you and you're just going to be very susceptible to that. And this can add another layer of defense to your health, and I just think it's very good. And remember, if you've got any mums or dads that might be, you know, pension age or different things like that, it's probably best that a good gift for them would be to buy them something like this that could just run in the background. Perhaps more like this one, because it'd be a bit more gentle on their energy bill than one like this. But get to know your product. Oh wow, this is very nice. I like it a lot. It's smart. It's just exactly what you need, so there you are. I think just by doing your little bit, you can save your house, you can save your health. It makes a happy landlord as well, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, as I say, I'm going to get one for every room. I think that's just what it's going to need, to be honest, just to help speed this healing process up on the house. So, but yeah, somewhere along the line, I got to understand that housing associations are not clairvoyant when it comes to houses. So, you know, they would have to understand that there's something gone on in a property and they don't really live in it. They spend not much time in there, so it's up to the tenant to report things.
Yeah.
I think, and if people just move away because there's a situation, trust me when I say it, if there is a situation in the building, it can be found if you persevere. You can do some work yourself by looking at some of the things that I've done on YouTube just to try and narrow it down. You've got to think where your water comes in, think where your water goes out. Have a look, pay attention for any signs around the area. Because I think empowering you to see these signs helps you to make informed decisions to tell your landlord. Probably not in the same sort of bitchy way that I was, because, I don't know, I'm on a learning journey here, how to be a bit more nicer and different things like that whilst going through the problem. A situation that might arise, it's not permanent, it's temporary. And with the powers that are aligning to say that landlords have to deal with this in this much time, I think they just need a bit of a chance and a bit of a way to look and say, how can we do better at preventing this from happening? So I think more things need to be done before you let out a property. It's going to be the main key in that, because once you've ticked off all of those boxes, you've done all of those checks, your landlord then has a chance to sort of know in the back of their mind that we don't think it's an us problem. We'll still come and check anyway, just to do our same checks. But this might be more of a you cooking in your house problem. Drying, washing inside the house is another big one. Even just using a wash machine on a hot setting can also allow the steam to escape. It's crazy the amount of things that we do, and we're very wet beings, although we don't feel like we are. And even breathing. And temperature is another one. So, but yeah, it's just to help make informed decisions for landlord and tenant, and then hopefully bridge the partnership between one another to have a more harmonious work environment and a more harmonious home environment for tenants. Because that's, at the end of the day, what I think it's all about. Looking after homes so that homes look after you. That's what it is. And after all, we rely on our shelves that we put over our shelf. That's what I like to think about. Anyway, so I'm going to leave this one here, but I hope it is informed enough. But yeah, this one I got from Amazon, and so did both of these. You can get them in most places. It all depends on your budget. As I say, this one was £50. It's not bad. It's actually very good. It's just too small for the job, if you can understand it. If you saw it in the first bit, it's a bit small for the job I need it for, but does a good purpose, as it says wardrobe on the side of it, and I think that would be very good in a wardrobe. Wonderful. Keep your clothes fresh. And this one, I think, is more around the whole room. It's more capable of doing that. So, yeah, a bit hungry on the wattage, I say. Where did I read that? So what is it at? It's, there you are, 160 watts if the temperature is at 27 degrees. If it's at 30 degrees, it will increase a little bit more, and that will be 180 watts. And it's at 1 amp, apparently. That's not bad. And if it's working at 185, it's 1 amp. And if it is working at 160 watts at 27 degrees, it is at 0.9 amps. There you are. So not even an amp. Yeah, very good. Very good. Well, I'll keep you posted on how I find and feel with this one. I think it's going to do good. I know it will. These are very good. It's been built with a lot of things in mind. I like the little window to let you know how much moisture you've got filling up in there. Because that's not every single company gives you a little window in there. It's good plastic. I like the vent is protected. One layer of protection is very good. This one didn't really have it, but this one does. And especially if this is going into a wardrobe, when we understand how our tumble dryers look, when you pull out the... I don't have a tumble dryer, but still, from the old days, I remember tumble dryers having all of that sort of lint inside it. So this one is going to be prone to filling or clogging with the lint that comes off of clothing. And any moths, if you have any moths. But yeah, this one will be less likely to do so, but I think because it's got a compressor unit in it, they'll say, "Oh, don't enclose it."
Mm.
Yeah, there we are. So I'll leave this one here. That's it. Whoosh.